What's going on, broke boys? It's 20 more minutes. Back with another video. We're rocking with a 2K21 wish list.
Covers are wank. Zion, why the freak is Zion Williamson on the cover of 2K21? I get why he's on the cover, sort of, because it's supposed to be like next gen. He's a next superstar, but Ja Morant was in front runner for
He
rookie
was,
year,
he was
right? That would
basically
be
the clear
different.
winner.
Jaws got the award locked down.
And that just comes down to the fact that all 2K really cares about, they don't really care about like who kind of like deserves to be on the cover or who's,
Marketability. Yeah,
on that
it's about
character. They want that
marketability.
marketability. They want the money to. This isn't any type of like hate on Zion at all. Like I like Zion, but I cannot say he deserves to be on the cover.
And back to the regular Damian Lillard.
I like that. I think it was good.
I think Dame was a pretty good choice. Go.
Has like a lot of stuff on the media, no highlight plays, stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, sad boy Chris, but his shot over Paul George will be famous forever. And
Ooh.
The hype train's on Dame.
it's funny too, because what was it, like 2-3 years ago that everybody was like Drew Holiday's locking him up. Now he's on the cover of 2K. My opinion on the cover, I wish that someone else
Somewhat of
deserved it.
more like
someone
like
more.
notability when it comes to like actual like play.
Yeah,
at the cover.
but as long as it's someone who's not already been on the cover. One thing that I'm gonna have a problem with this, and this is just prediction, but I feel like a lot of his music will be on 2K21. I'm just not the biggest fan, and I don't know that.
We can respect
2K.
we can respect Dame that he's doing both. He's doing both. It's great,
Exactly, but I just don't think
when
that
it comes to like music, I feel like we should just kind of leave it to basketball when it comes to Dame. His music is cool, but it's just it's
every
not
year
More
better than
motivational.
a lot of
every year 2K has different music that we've never heard of, and because of 2K, we learned to love some of that music. Not that they don't have hits, they have Drake, they have some of those big names, which obviously they need. I'm not saying don't keep Dame out of it, but really he shouldn't have more than one song, in my opinion.
Yeah.
One or two, yeah.
Not to throw any shots, but if you watch the All-Star game, then you know.
Oh, yeah, that performance was.
I didn't watch that, guys.
We could have had a much better act in there. We could have had a much
Lil Wayne saved you.
Yeah.
I wish 2K did more with Kobe. And what I mean by that is just maybe put him on the cover somehow on all of them. And the only reason I say that is because I really feel like to honor Kobe, you shouldn't have to pay an extra $40 because there's people out there that can't. They depend on that main cover, and I know there's a lot of people that knew Kobe was going to be on it. But I feel like everybody that expected this and that wanted to get the cover with Kobe should have that ability. But if they're gonna have to pay an extra $40 and they can't, then well, they can't have it.
That's just broke boys like me.
Zion should have made the cover. Dame, I'm okay with. Kobe, of course.
Obviously, of course, we're glad he got a cover though.
The next gen thing, it's kind of confusing on all that works.
Oh yeah, I wish we got some more information so we could prepare. Or most people could prepare. Say the people switching between consoles. It's really gonna be inconvenient to switch. Man, if there was some type of compromise Xbox or Microsoft and Sony could make where people switching between next gen don't have to spend extra unnecessary money.
Chris, what do you have to say about Park?
Alright. Starting with Park, whether you want the neighborhood to stay in or affiliations, whatever. I'm kind of down for both. I'm fine with both. Just as long as they put a new spin on the neighborhood or the or affiliations, new parks or anything. Because I swear if they have if they come in here with a new neighborhood, like or like the same neighborhood that they had for 2K19 and
Oh, what?
2K20, I'm gonna be really disappointed.
It's basically 2K19 Part 3.
Yeah, yeah. Because like I mean I get it. It's like it's a good system, but you can't have the same game just going by.
Just not exact.
Yeah, because it was pretty much exactly the same part. That was really annoying as a gamer. It's just like we bought a new $60 game. If we play this feature, we want it to have like a new spin on it.
I'm not a big perk guy. I don't not play it, but I don't, I wouldn't say I've gone much over 500, 600 games, which isn't a lot when you online 2K players play way more than that usually.
Yeah.
So for me, the events are supposed to want me to play park, and sometimes they do. My favorite park event is house rules, and we have not had house rules once in 2K20.
Yeah.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Because to me that was the best one, because it was just it didn't need any like cool things to look at. It was just the game. It was a twist on the game.
That's events. Like when it comes to events, like we don't want like just a new design, a new like objective to do something. We want an actual like twist on like how we're gonna play.
Good defense.
Yeah, like how we're gonna play. That's what was good about Heist Rules. Like you actually had to change the way you played to win or do anything. So we like those types of events. Like when you have like events like Dime Time,
Dunk Fest,
Basketball Guides, whatever. It's like it's literally the exact same gameplay you have, but it's just like all you have is like an objective.
It just looks
like,
different.
Like what community objective, and then the park is just decorated. That's not what we want. We want something that's actually gonna. It's actually gonna change our game.
That doesn't make me want to play park.
And we're gonna have fun.
I think the goal of an event is to make people want to play park.
Yeah.
For someone that doesn't play park, those events don't make me want to play. Like it doesn't bring more interest to me.
Because in reality, you're using the same builds, you're using the same playstyle. That like whatever you do, like with house rules, like
there's ones and twos. There's triple rep, I believe. There's
like those alley oops that gives you more points.
Double alley oops. There's the game to 15, old school, I believe it was called. There's just so many different ones. The scenery is cool at first, but when you reuse it and there's no changes, it's park. That's what it is. It's park.
Yeah.
I will say that my favorite park event is Court Conquerors. My only problem with Court Conquerors is that they made it to 5,000. Like you divided it by 5 from last year. I'm not saying we need 25,000, but to bump it all the way down to 5, it just seems really unnecessary.
It's really just inconvenient for This feels like we're not really being rewarded that much.
The jersey is more worth it at that point. And I understand that maybe 2K's point, because the jerseys are so expensive, but in all honesty, that kind of just brings up the point that jerseys are too expensive. Not that we should. I mean, I've never personally had a big issue with that type of stuff because I don't buy that stuff a lot. But for me to want a LeBron jersey in the Miami Heat, that's just an example. Why do I have to pay 30,000 VC? Like
exactly, and for people who don't buy VC, then it's really just you can't get it at all because
it's not worth the grind.
We're not gonna sit there and grind. Yeah.
Personally, keeping in line with the clothing, the shoes. I would like to see other shoes. I mean, like shoes that aren't the ones you have for us, and
Yeah.
Maybe,
And
maybe,
maybe like more content drops like not like because they had a lot more content like a lot more clothes drops than shoes.
yeah.
And I feel like
And they
I feel
had
like shoes should have definitely had a lot more.
they had the My Player Nation thing at the end of the year, which is like kind of like the thing at that point. The Under Armour and Puma market of shoes are really slim, in my opinion.
Considering they have the contract with these companies, they should just include a lot more of these shoes. And I do want to talk about like the like if you make like a custom shoe or a custom colorway, I don't feel like it should cost 10,000 BC to get.
With Swag has the most content drop, and it is cool. It is very cool. You know, but I know this isn't gonna change, and I want to state that we don't say these things as someone who expects it or as someone who really believes it. It's more or less what we would want as someone who plays the game.
Yeah,
Very
as like the community
and
like somebody within the community.
And this is also for the people that are in a similar situation as us. They don't buy a bunch of VC. They just play the game.
Yeah. I just want to like kind of enjoy it.
And what I was gonna say is, it goes back with the jerseys, man. Why do I have to spend 25,000 for a hat? Like, to me, it's just these things are just too much. And I know, I know it's not gonna change because it's just that's how they make their money. Also, it's not just my team packs, but it's also the content and you know, building their players, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my only like real request that to me it doesn't seem impossible. Honestly, it doesn't. Is I really we all three have sometimes we make our players look like somebody. I personally think that you should be able to get anybody jersey that's currently playing. I don't think that there should just be the starting five of each team. I think the whole team of the every player that is in the NBA, I think their jersey should be available.
Yeah.
I don't think
exactly.
because you have like stacked teams like the Clippers, you know. For example, this I don't know this. He's new to so it wouldn't happen. But for example, like Team Noah's on the Clippers. He hasn't done anything. But what if I wanted to keep Noah Clippers jersey? Like that seems like something that people possibly would buy. So I should have to be restricted just stars.
Exactly. Yeah. It definitely should be doable. And like tying in with like making our player look like somebody, with the hairstyles, like they keep the same hairstyles every year. And like in reality, like if a player's hairstyle if any type of player's hairstyle is in the game, then I should be able to use it for my player.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Like it's clearly like in the system. Like in the system,
just make
like,
it available to
there.
players.
But yeah, just make it.
Like how does to me if you ask me, that's lazy. Because how does it hurt you putting in a hairstyle in the game? It doesn't.
Honestly, yeah.
It's just laziness.
Players like having those like extra customization things. That's something like that I think Live does a good job of. They listen to their community. They really realize what their community wants in like a customization.
Why do you think there's such a trouble of making games? Why do they put so much time into developing? Why do they take years off?
Yeah.
It's because they don't want to put out the same game. They realize that, and I like 2K20 a lot. I do, but you have to like 19 to like 20.
Yeah.
If you don't like 19, if you didn't like 19, you're not gonna like 20. And those people that don't like the game, I'm not gonna argue with you.
It's a very similar game.
We have different standpoints, but I understand why you wouldn't like this game.
Yeah.
2K did make minor improvements, so we're not just bashing 2K. They make the minor improvements.
2K is the best sports game out there.
Yes, hands down.
Yeah.
Um, I don't play FIFA a lot. I do have FIFA 19. I'm not a current, up-to-date FIFA player. I do get Madden every year, I would say. Not on really though.
Oh yeah.
I've played NHL.
Yeah,
I have
Madden,
NHL
Madden's pretty good
19.
with it.
EA makes good sports games, but 2K is easily ahead. Now,
Yeah, 2K's at the top. Yeah.
that
Google
doesn't
Pass.
mean that they don't have problems. But we're not comparing.
Yeah.
We're not comparing. Here's how I would put it. We're not comparing 2K to other sports game. We're comparing 2K to what 2K could be.
Yeah. And honestly, like a lot of it just comes down to whether they listen to the community or not. Because my big problem with 2K's like developers and like community team, they just ignore like all the community's requests. Like they have Agent Zero making videos like every week just about like what they could put in the game, but then they just completely ignore them and then listen
Yeah.
to whatever celebrity wanted or NBA player wanted in the game rather than people who actually play it.
I don't think Quavo cares about a fire soundtrack.
Bro, I want
Yeah.
that fire soundtrack.
Man, yeah.
Um,
And it's just like
I personally don't hate the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean,
I enjoy it.
yeah.
If they were to imply affiliations into a way that you still have the neighborhood somehow, I don't know. I'm down for that, I guess. I'm not one of those people that thinks we need affiliations, but like Chris said earlier, I do think the neighborhood needs some change.
Yeah.
But to me personally, I like the idea of being able to go and get shoes and go and get something, and
Yeah.
instead of like
Yeah, go to the
2K17,
store.
they had it to where it was all in one.
All just like in one menu.
You just in your settings, basically. Yes.
Yeah. That was boring. That was bad. Like the people who saying like I don't want to like go over to get some clothes and stuff. That would be boring to about 70% of the community. So
Now, one thing that I think we all can agree on is either Cage has got to go.
yeah. I mean, and yeah, like we understand like there are a lot of people who play cages and they enjoy it, but the majority of the community they're not loving the cages. I feel like if they want to put in, I mean, we've had cages 2 years in a row. We don't need it again, to be honest. Like maybe just throw in like a new mode that was like kind of like of like the not necessarily like the theme of cages, but like just a new mode that switches up gameplay like the cages did. So this is a new concept.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like Cages is cared about as much as my league is. If not less or more. I mean, it's weird because I know there are quite a few people out there that play Cages. In all honesty, I don't know why. I think Cages has more bugs than the regular game mode, which has enough already.
Yeah.
And Cages, you get a lot less rep, so that to me, that's just it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I mean personally, the neighborhood, if it took Cages out and replaced it with another game mode that was actually pretty solid, I think that for me, as a 2K fan, and I know I like 20 and I like 19, so this is a little bit biased, but for me, that would be quite the difference that possibly could make me enjoy 21 more. Because let me tell you right now, I don't care about how much sweat Zion Williamson has. I don't care.
Yeah, he looks kind of cute, but we don't,
We know Zion needs
For,
his big
like the
max,
graphics. Yeah, man, the graphics were not the problem when it comes to this game. The graphics are already great. I mean, like if they want to make improvements, then yeah, sure, but they really need to focus on the content that's put into the game.